YouTube, Crypto Chat Live. We have Keith back.
Hello, I'm
from
back.
around the world. And there's Sean Neal right there. Got the gang together. Talk some more crypto today. We've had a lot going on. Yeah. You feeling good? Ready to talk crypto again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hopefully Puncraft will be here today. All right, let's start. Let's get this show going. Let's talk about the crypto. Oh, and everything exploding onto the screen. Let's talk about the markets today. We dropped down to 29,000 Bitcoin over the last 24 hours or more. Over the last week, pretty much the top 50 cryptos have dropped 20%. Although it's back up, the volume's still low. Guys, kind of just hanging around that same area. It's not going anywhere. I know, Sean, you keep on saying it's going to stay like this till like August.
Yeah, I think it's just the same story. There's just not enough news to push it one way or another. Everybody was calling 25,000, but I knew that was silly, and all those paper hands at 29,000 are now crying. So that's fine. Teaches people a little bit of a lesson that you need to hold on to this stuff. So I think we're still range bound. 30 to 34 on Bitcoin and 18 to 22 on Ethereum.
Yeah, Sean, and you're absolutely right. Everybody loves to look at the short-term volatility, but if you zoom out a little bit and look at the 30-day, now that's a pretty tight range for Bitcoin. I think in round numbers, you're talking about a $30,000 to $36,000 range over the 30 days. Which is kind of funny because earlier today I had read a headline talking about the summer of capitulation. Mm-hmm. And actually, I couldn't disagree more. I think it's the summer of consolidation, which, again, for anybody out there who's an investor, consolidation is a healthy, normal component of a healthy market. So I think it's great. And again, it's volatile. Everybody knows you're in for a bit of a ride with the cryptocurrencies, but overall, when you zoom out, I think it has a very healthy dynamic to it.
And you also have a lot of unrealized profits baked in here. I mean, if you look at when I started getting into this, September of last year, Ethereum is only up 650% or whatever. It's still just so much far ahead of what it was, and this is not a 2018 replay. There's wide institutional support. There's regulatory frameworks being built. There's real world use cases. So, yeah, I think you're finding, like you said, the consolidation, finding the floor, and then it's a springboard from here.
Yeah, man, it's what they say, higher lows and then higher highs, off that. I agree. Like, this isn't 2018 2.0.
No.
Yeah, you can see what you're talking about. Here's 2018 September. Yeah, you're up a lot compared to then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Joe, Sean brings up a really good point. I mean, there's so much more institutional ownership, right? I mean, there's so much more of a floor underneath this thing than there was 3 years ago. I definitely do think it'll limit to the downside. And again, you're seeing really strong resistance at that 30,000 price point.
There's a lot of institutional buying up right now, but the prices are still staying down. So ARK Invest they bought a lot in the last 2 days, where they bought around 800,000 shares of CoinGecko, and they jumped into 450,000 shares of Grayscale in the last few days.
Yeah, I think. Well, again, the crypto investing, right? Who are the holders? Is super hard to track, right? There's not like a single market. Everything is on the chain, but you don't really know who investors are. You know who the whales are, sort of. But you can hide that with multiple wallets and things like that. So it's hard to say. You can look at transaction volumes on major exchanges, but if I send you 10 Bitcoin, that's just a transaction on the chain. You don't know if that was a trade or a gift or whatever, right? So, so volume on exchanges is one indicator, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say what the institutional sentiment is, and they're going to use that to their advantage, right? Yeah, if I'm an institution with $10 billion that I need to do something with, and I want to get exposure to crypto, I'm not going to make a press release because then the price is going to go through the roof, right? So I'm going to do it as a series of OTC transactions that probably never hit any exchange at all. But, you know, and then after the fact, I'm going to have to disclose it in my 10Q or whatever. But, you know, you're only going to hear anecdotal stuff of that. It's very hard to measure that day to day.
Sorry, I lost track. What do you have? How about for the newbies that have bought in at the high 3 months ago? What do you say to them? Just obviously hold on. And how about the ones that are watching now? Do they wait or do they jump in?
You know, make sure you invest in something that has utility, right? I think that's what a lot of Mark Cubans are saying, right? Ethereum or Cardano, Polkadot, you know, like these kind of things, the stuff that actually does something, right? Make sure that you invest in that. Store of value is, you know, store of value coins are basically Ponzi schemes, right? They're all, you know, it takes someone else to put more money in order for you to cash out at a lower price. And that's not a knock. I mean, the stock market is basically a Ponzi scheme too, right? If I bought at 50 and I sell at 100, well, if that person at 100 to make money, somebody else has to buy at 150. So, you know, those store of value things, you know, are a little bit of a sketchy play as compared to the utility, right? It should be programmable money, right? That's what crypto promises, programmable money. So I think anything that does something is a much safer bet than store of value.
AD says now it's a good time to sell for them to sell.
Yep, do your own homework. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's go on to the first story of the day. And that is not that one. All right. Joe is a mess today. It's the Euro wallets. And
the banning of the
banning
anonymous wallets. I mean, this is not a surprise, right? I mean, I don't think anybody said, "Oh, where did that come from?" You know, out of left field. I think it was more a, you know, question of when, not if, somebody was going to move to curtail this.
Yeah. But yeah, the European Union wants to ban crypto wallets by 2024. One, do you think that's even possible? I mean, the bad guys are still going to find ways to move their wallets around. That's only in the EU.
Yeah, technology always moves ahead of regulation, right? I mean, technology is going to be 7 steps down the road by the time they take any formalized action on this.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they're proposing here, because anyone can create a wallet. I can download the Bitcoin client and I can create a wallet. Have I just broken the law because I created a wallet? I don't think so. And I don't know how you even enforce that. And then if I use my legally obtained capital to purchase a Bitcoin miner and I mine to that offline wallet, am I breaking the law? I don't think so, right? Like this is a little bit of gumshoe detective sort of action going on here, where I think what they're trying to say is that exchanges without KYC, you know, are illegal, which they kind of already are. So I'm not quite sure what they're proposing here, you know, and I don't think that they are either, unfortunately, right? They don't understand the technology, and so they come up with this headline thing that says anonymous wallets are illegal. You know, I don't know how you enforce it. I'm not even sure that it does anything that's any good in terms of stopping money laundering. Like, you know, people.
I think at this point, everybody's pretty sure that crypto is not going away, and I think these countries are trying to scramble to figure out what to do. Yeah, and they just have no idea. Yeah, and they're just going to start throwing stuff at the wall.
Policymakers have no idea about it. Also, the implementation, and you know, they have these people. It's interesting when you look at the process of making a law in the United States. Anyway, none of the politicians understand the technical details of, say, like oil pipeline regulation. So they hire these technical experts who are consultants. Well, guess who pays for those people, right? It's all the oil industry that pays for those technical consultants to advise them on how to write the law. I'm sure that, you know, big banks and big finance are hiring technical experts to advise these people on how to write crypto legislations, because this is an existential threat to them. So.
Yeah, but it's still they're still trying to get this whole money laundering or not the money laundering, but they want to pin criminal activity to crypto.
Yeah, there's still this stigma. And again, look, crimes are solved with good old-fashioned detective work, finding phone numbers and photographs and tracing people and you know, interviewing witnesses and those kinds of things. Crimes are not solved by banning anonymous wallets. It's just silly. Yeah. There's the headline. I guess the head of finance at let's bring that up. Came out today saying behind financial wrongdoing, there's a crime that hurts our citizens enough. They're trying to. Everybody's so worried about crypto right now. Yeah, they're just scrambling around. Yeah.
But I mean, to your point, right? The anonymous wallet isn't the crime hurting people, right? It's the activity that may be behind, you know, or utilizing the anonymous wallet is what's hurting people. So really, where are you aiming the legislation effort at the right thing, or is it a bit misguided?
You know, your enforcement effort, right? The crime is when, you know, some guy in Indonesia loads 20 kids into a sea container and ships them off for child slavery. Deal with that, right? That's where the actual crime is happening. Like, these guys are circling ravens around something that makes no sense. I don't know.
AD, is there a difference between getting 10% after a year of having assets locked versus the price of going way up and down in the middle? It's just like a stock. Even in 2008, people came out ahead in the end. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, it you know, from an investment standpoint, it is similar to a stock, right? I mean, the fundamental dynamics, you want to buy low and sell high. And yeah, it's purely a function of, you know, when you get in and when you get out. So, you know, in you know, the good old days, Warren Buffett would be thrilled with his 10% a year, but now we're all so jaded with these, you know, Sean's 500% and 600%, you know, it really distorts people's expectations. So, yeah, if you got 10%, it all depends on your personal situation, but I think most folks would hold on for a little bit more in the crypto space.
John?
Yeah, definitely. No, I think what he's comparing here is something like yield farming or something like that. And I don't know. It depends. You know, people actively trade. You can make more money. I'm not. There's no difference, right, in the proposition here. It's just what your tolerance for risk is, and you know how much alcohol you have to drink at the end of the day.
And Sean, right? That correlation between risk and return. I mean, you know, that's as old as time. So, you know, there should be a better return.
Yeah, let's hit to the next subject. That is Elon Musk back in the news. Everybody loves Elon and crypto. Ethereum price rises after Elon Musk confirms he owns the cryptocurrency. This was during that big awaited talk with the Twitter creator, Jack Dorsey. And I guess he talked about a few things. One, saying that Bitcoin mining is no longer an issue. And he tried to go into a whole like heater thing, the thing Sean does. He tried to say that, oh, it's heaters. Like you can combine it or something like that.
Well, yeah, Joe, I mean, wasn't that a bucket of garbage? You know, he also came out in the statement and said, you know, Tesla would be looking at accepting Bitcoin again for transactions because now Bitcoin is being mined more by renewable energy sources. I mean, wasn't it just like 5 minutes ago that they stopped taking Bitcoin for at Tesla, and now magically the whole farming infrastructure of Bitcoin is now moved to renewable resources in the last 5 minutes. I thought that was a super laugh. But hey, it's a good soundbite.
It popped up 12% right after.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah, talk about running your own book. He's long Bitcoin. He's long, Ethereum, which is great. I thought it was good, and we all know he's got joke coin. But I thought the statement about Ethereum was really good, which kind of touches back to what Sean was saying about a utility coin, something that does something. Actually, Joe, you had also said, Mark Cuban was a fan of, the coins that actually provide a function, a utility, a service, not just a store of value. So I thought that was pretty good to hear.
Yeah, he only uses the ones he actually uses every day. I think it's Aave, Matic, right?
Right.
And Ethereum.
Yep.
Matter of fact, he got into that argument with Charles Hoskinson about Cardano not having active uses yet, so he won't buy it.
Yeah. That's debatable. I mean, I'm not sure that he understands the complete underpinnings of that stuff yet, but Cardano is definitely, in my book, one of those kind of like Algorand or Decred or Conflux, those kinds of things. It looks to me like something of value, not just a store of value, not just a store of value, but a utility.
And talking about that, we'll go to the next subject, which is Janet Yellen says we must act quickly on stablecoins, and she wants quick legislation. And she wants something done about it really quick. She was in the last few days. She was in front of a bunch of regulators talking about this. Sorry.
Yeah, no. When politicians start saying we got to act quickly, it usually ends badly. They haven't done the diligence. Whoever has the bigger access, the better funding, the better lobbyists will come out ahead, because quickly just means AKA knee jerk, right? We got to do something to look like we're doing something, even if it's the wrong thing.
And I think this is so hypocritical, right? I mean, this really exposes the hypocrisy of the system that, a dollar is backed by what? Well, it used to be backed by gold, which I guess, had some sort of value at some point, and then of course it floats freely now. So it's backed by what? Backed by the full faith and credit of the government, right? It's backed by nothing, right? At least stablecoins are backed by something, right?
Yeah.
It's 50% commercial paper. The dollar's not backed by anything. Like, oh, but we got to regulate it all of a sudden. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just people, sort of trying to perpetuate a system that they know is being replaced.
And Jerome Powell in the last week said the stable coins need to be regulated with the same framework as bank deposits and money market funds.
Which I don't even understand that, because it's not a deposit, first of all. So again, it's just this is really highlighting their misunderstanding of what these things are and how they function. I'm all for having full disclosure of what things are backed by, but I think these things are like you said, it's a knee-jerk reaction to just get ahead of some kind of narrative that's disintermediating a lot of these people whose sole power is based on the fact that they're in power.
Everybody, that's it.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's true, right? I mean, come on. Like, who's got the ear of, the central bank? All the big banks, right? So you can see that inherent conflict of interest, and obviously, look, it probably plays very well to a constituency that would love to, who's unfamiliar with cryptocurrency and just sees it as a big bad boogeyman. So it would just seem like, an easy headline grab for the politicians. So again, unsurprising. But knee jerk at best.
And I'm not sure who they're protecting. Like, what, I don't feel like I need to be protected from Tether. Like, I'm just not sure. Everybody, everybody wants to have legislation, but they're not quite sure like what's the end goal of this.
But a lot of large companies right now are jumping into crypto and buying a lot in crypto, investing a lot in crypto. Yet you have these regulators saying the opposite. I kind of wonder there's an ulterior motive there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but regulation, doesn't lead, Joe, right? Markets lead, and then regulation follows. So, yeah, you're seeing it in action.
And country after country is talking about creating a digital currency, and Canada is the latest. The Bank of Canada suggests that Canada could be helped out by having a digital currency, and it can help transaction fees and debit and credit cards, and how it, I think everything, low cost payment instrument for customers or merchants, help bring interchangeable fees. So it's another country jumping in.
Yeah. Well, and again, though, those people have to answer to the lobbyists from Visa and MasterCard and all these people that, I want to send an international wire. It's $45. If I want to send Ethereum to anywhere in the world, it's $2, right? So, and that $2 doesn't go to anybody. So the banks are going to be all over that, right? There's tons and tons of fees on all these things that are going to be disintermediated by these currencies, and the banks, like we see now, the banks are going to be all over that. That's a cash cow for them that's going away.
But it's another good headline, Joe. I mean, I think one of the previous podcasts that we had, we were talking about El Salvador. Obviously El Salvador is significantly smaller. To see a country like Canada come out, and sort of get behind this a little bit. Again, another good vote of confidence in the system, in cryptocurrency in general. So I think it's good.
And for the next one, which will be Sean's personal favorite because he loves the gaming sector of crypto. This crypto trader, Elliot Wainsman, who's big on YouTube, says that crypto will be going mainstream via gaming. I know Sean can go talk about this all day.
Yeah. I want to pivot a little bit because there was an interesting article I was reading just about a half hour ago. Completely related, but somebody bought 2,500 PS4s and programmed them to play a game that gets a reward, and that reward has a market value because there's an in-game system where you can sell these rewards for money. And so people were mining a PS4 game. Essentially, it's not true mining because they were, but these kinds of monetizations of games is just, esports in particular, and forming teams that have actual cash value, right? There's that bridge there that's really coming to light. I'm not sure what it says about us as a society that, I could spend money for a glowing sword and sell that to somebody else on an open market and make a profit off of that. Like what have I actually done for society? That's an interesting thing, but yeah, I think this is, there's another interesting article, a video that I watched on YouTube. There's a guy, Spiffing Brit, who's one of the top gaming producers, video producers, and he went to Steam, and there's an in-game thing that's a cucumber, and it's he bought all the cucumbers for this game, and so
he cornered the market on cucumbers.
Cornered the market on digital cucumbers for this particular game, and it shot the price up. And he actually it was like video of him real time making money, buying all the cucumbers and then selling them for a higher price.
That's amazing.
It was just crazy. And it was actual real currency on this stock market of virtual cucumbers. So it's absolutely already happening. Crypto is just gonna explode this even more.
Well, I mean, society is addicted to on social media. You need your hearts, you need your likes. How many can I get? Yeah. That's no different. Same worlds. People, you're just going to find the thing people are addicted to, and you're going to reward them in some way. You're just rewarding them with crypto instead of a like.
Yeah, and then wait till Janet Yellen gets her claws into the whole gaming thing. Regulation galore.
Yeah.
They could just bounce around like with the Binance CEO.
Yeah.
Pretend like he doesn't know what country Binance is located in.
Yeah, I think you're gonna because this is so distributed and so cross border. You're gonna see a lot of that. I think. Yeah. Right. There doesn't have to be one headquarters, one server. It's everywhere. So, yeah.
Puncraft. I would love a AAA level game that you could earn crypto.
Pun
These
is in the
land grab
house.
cheap web games get old quick. So much money in crypto. Where are the game devs?
Yeah, there was another video producer that I watch. This guy Josh Strafe Hayes. He produced a video about just this topic. Why haven't big studios picked up on this yet? And actually, the answer is they have. The problem is that AAA games take $10 million in 4 or 5 years to produce. So there are some games. He gave a couple of names. So there are actually some games in the works that are crypto enabled, if you want to say, that are by big studios. Yeah. So this is definitely coming.
We should explore a product placement with Dynamo, Sean.
Yeah, trying to partner with somebody. I'd love.
Yep.
To
Absolutely.
Do like an MMO partnership where you can exchange, or we could build a proof of concept game. That's pretty easy with assets off of the Unreal marketplace. Producing our own thing. Yep.
Yeah. What's Dynamo's direction in trying to get into gaming?
Oh, I'd love
really
to. That's on our to-do list. We definitely want to be able to produce a proof of concept where you can buy an NFT in game from a virtual vendor. Absolutely, it's definitely on the roadmap.
All right, I was looking to see. Let's see what we got here. Our boy Puncraft, brought to you by Diners Club. I saw he followed the Dynamo site or Dynamo Twitter.
Oh, nice.
Guys, got any questions? Puncraft, got any questions? You got any updates coming up with Dynamo?
We do. So I've been working on the web-based wallet. That's hopefully going to get released this week. There will be the ability to upload NFTs in the web-based wallet. I decided to go with, we've been through a lot of technology choices about how to make things accessible. We want to have as few barriers to entry as possible to make as many people be able to create a wallet as possible. I also want it to be very mobile friendly. And my initial design with the Chrome extension, the Chrome plugin, is not compatible with iOS. They don't allow Chrome extensions on iOS, unfortunately. So I have to create a native wallet. So I've been really super busy with all of that programming. That's coming very soon. That's the next big announcement is you'll be able to do NFTs. I'll probably mine the first NFT into the chain tonight. Actually, I have a whole test set up that I'm about to run. And then the web wallet will be very shortly after that.
What is going to be your first picture or NFT?
No, it's very boring. It says something like test data 1 or something like that. Nothing monumental.
Oh, well, it has to be. We should make something like
you could level that up.
Yeah, I guess so. That's the nerdy part of me. I have no idea what to put as the first one, so I'll look up something that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what else out there. See if any other questions. Nothing so far. Kind of quiet. We're going to try to get back to it.
I think there was one interesting thing that came up was this this company, and it was a more headline sort of bashing that it said something like Attorney General is shutting down some company in New Jersey. That was, which it was completely false, right? It was something that said they can't take deposits from New Jersey customers or something like that. It was a very, very narrow ruling, but I think that is a cautionary tale about centralization, right? It's so important to have decentralized governance, decentralized and autonomous finance, right? This is a company that is most likely operating an illegal security. They are offering coins that fund percentage returns on deposits. It's probably an illegal bank too, frankly. It's a company that's making money off of this.
It's BlockFi. Everybody knows. Yeah, BlockFi is part of. Isn't it an extension from Gemini? Or they're like, yeah.
So to me, it's like, why, this is way too centralized. They were kind of asking for this, frankly. And it should not be a surprise to anyone that the regulator is coming after them for this. But it's a cautionary tale to make sure that projects are decentralized, right? Make sure that you're not the only one who is doing this thing, that it's peer-to-peer, that there's many people who can do it, that if you go away, it still can happen, right? All those nexus of control is what gets the attention of regulators. So
I was surprised this came out now, especially since the SEC isn't doing too well in their case against Ripple or XRP. And then this comes out. You think they would have tried to go after somebody else after that's over. But it seems like they're, even though it's New Jersey, New York, they all work together.
Yeah, this one looks like a slam dunk to me, frankly. I don't know how this company got away with it, but yep.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, you have basically 30 days. They have like 30 days to move their funds around. Man, they're just trying to lock it down quick. They don't know what to do.
Yep.
That means it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So everybody on social that's trying to say crypto's dead. Yep. See what Cronecraft. Nobody else. Oh, it's been quiet today.
Well, that's okay. We got Puncraft.
Yeah, we're at the 30-minute mark too, so that's our good video optimization.
Yeah, I know. All right, guys.
Cool.
Well, good. Our first day back. We will be here Friday. Friday, 8 o'clock. We will not miss. We will be here. See you, everyone.
Cool. Later, diners.
Friday.